Bandana Blake back again. More content for the culture. Hey, listen, today we're going to be talking about, there's a rapper, if you're not familiar, named Logic. He is a multi-platinum rapper, super successful, has a great fan base and everything like that. He's been able to sell a lot of records, do a lot of tours, and make a lot of money. Now, Logic is one of those controversial figures because he is a biracial. He's black, but he's biracial. His father's black, his mom is white, but he looks white. So he gets a lot of pushback from the black community sometimes because he's always trying to say he's black or he's trying to prove his blackness. And a lot of times people look at him and like, I don't know. But either way, he did sit down with his pops where they recorded it, and he pretty much went off on his pops for even asking him for $850,000, and he found out that his pops been talking shit about him, even though he be asking for money at other times. Man, this is one of the most uncomfortable, awkward things to watch between a father and a son happen. For him to even ask for some money and have to go through all of this, yo, this shit is crazy. We gotta watch this. But before we get into this video, I need y'all to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, man. I'm trying to grow this channel, and it's only gonna happen with your help. So if you don't hit that subscribe button, I'm gonna be stuck here, just another wannabe YouTuber. But you can make that reality.
We talked about the fact that, if I help you, because I know you talk shit about me. You've said, Dad, Bobby don't help nobody. You've said this. I'm not saying you're saying it right now.
No. I mean, the bottom line.
You've said it.
It's been said by me before.
Exactly.
But the bottom line is, what I realize is that you don't owe me a motherfucking thing. You don't owe me nothing. And I had to come to the realization of that. I gave you your talent, but my talent was given to me by my father, which is given to you by your father,
For sure.
which is given to you, and which you're gonna give your son,
100%.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going down the line.
It is, but I just want to say one thing. I want to say that when we spoke earlier, and that I know you've said things like, my son don't help me, my son don't help anybody, da-da-da. Respectfully, in a place I know that was said from ignorance, because there's also a big side of you that you know now, but you didn't know at the time. I have helped people in my family, and I've helped people outside of my family. I've helped people afford homes. I've helped the homeless. I've helped people in my black community. I've donated anonymously.
Oh, I know. I know all those things.
By the way, throughout this, he's going to continue to interject his black community and his blackness. He's going to make sure that y'all know this black man sitting right here, this is my daddy. I've been telling y'all I'm black. And I give back to my black people. So he making sure y'all get this message.
That you've done.
But let me finish. So what I'm saying is respectfully, Dad, you actually don't know all the things that I've done, because most people don't know all the things that I've done, because I don't exploit the fact that I give, let alone to my black community. I'm not out here trying to prove my blackness. I'm not a nigga who goes to the hood with a fucking turkey every Thanksgiving and throws it out. I'm not. That's not who I am. So with that being said, Daddy,
I got you.
when we spoke earlier today, I know there's
Even his pops had to laugh on that one, all right. You had to get that off with your black pops sitting there. Make sure you got that shit off.
a lot of motherfuckers even in our family who could be like, oh, Bobby don't, he got all this money, he got millions of dollars, but he don't want to help nobody, he don't want to buy nobody a house. Well, hold up, let's just step back real quick. And I'm gonna say all this, and it's not gonna be a one-sided conversation, Dad, I promise you. But this, I just wanna get this out, and I wanna say it, and I really wanna go back and forth, and I wanna have fun. I wanna laugh, and I wanna have a good time, but I just wanna say this, because it's very important to me. There was a time when you came to me, asked me for $850,000 to buy you a house studio for you and your band. Now, I've also had my sister ask me to buy her a house. I've had my brothers ask me to give them money. I've given tens of thousands of dollars to my brothers and my sisters, and I've seen them piss it away. So when you do the math, right, and we did the math earlier today,
Exactly.
It's you, it's my mama, it's my brother, it's my sister, it's my other sister, it's my other sister, it's my other sister, it's my other brother, it's my other brother. That's 9. Now let's not talk about how many fucking kids all these people got. But let's just talk about those 9 people.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna buy y'all a decent house, that's $500,000. That's for 2 people, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, $4.5 million just to purchase that, let alone mortgage, let alone other bills that come into that. Now, okay, you got a house, so then what? That's 9 houses. Let's talk about 9 vehicles. Let's talk about 9 cars that I gotta pay for. Let's talk about 9 gas bills a month I gotta get paid for. Let's talk about 9 AT&T fucking bills I gotta pay for, 9 Comcast bills, HBO bills. I'm gonna keep going. Cause guess what? If I'm paying all this money, ain't nobody on welfare no more. Niggas ain't fucking broke no more. So they ain't on welfare, they ain't on food stamps. That's 9 people I gotta pay for food for. That's 9 people I gotta pay for vacations for. Now let's also talk about the fact that a majority of your children and my mother's children all have children. So let's duplicate that motherfucker times about however much that is. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. And unfortunately,
Let me tell you something right now. I got a black dad, clearly. And let me tell you something right now. I don't give a fuck how much money I got. If I was sitting there talking to my pops like this, putting my pops on blast, he wouldn't give a fuck how much money I got neither. We'd have been in there scrapping. You hear me? My pop a little bit like, hold on. Who yo, turn these cameras on. Like, yo, we're not doing this. You ain't about to sit here and give me an economics lesson in front of the world. Like, who the fuck? Yo, you can keep the money for all of this. I ain't going through this humiliation. Fuck is you want? What? Hold up.
Fortunately, I've learned when I give 10,000 here, 5,000 here of cash to somebody, and then they blow it, and then they don't got nothing.
They don't use it right.
And then they look at me like I fucked up or I did something wrong, and then they come back and they ask me again and again and again. Now, as a fucking millionaire who has broken that cycle, made it out the hood, educated myself, and understand what it means to be self-sufficient. There is no way as a fucking man that I could ever, as much as it hurts me to see the people that I love struggle, give them money and watch them just burn it to nothing again. So I say all that to say, Daddy, I love you with all my heart, and the only reason I ain't never given you a crazy amount of money is because I didn't want to see you blow it. Now, with all that said, we had a conversation today. I'm gonna buy you a truck, and I'm gonna do more than that.
I guess you could say, oh, he's such a sweet son. I really don't know what to say in that situation. Is that an all moment? Like, after all of that, do you be like, oh, thank you, son? Or do you be like, man, I don't even know if I want this shit no more, bro? Like, if at this point, look, I can guarantee you it's gonna be a while before his pops come asking him for something again, because that shit couldn't have felt good sitting there listening to your son talk about. And then let's just look at it objectively, right? Many times though, we see NBA players, NFL players, people who just come into absorbent amounts of money at a young age, and they come from situations where other people in their family have been poor or struggling. You see them always tell their stories after they blow through their money about how many times they've helped family, how many things they tried to set up and put in place for people, starting businesses, doing different things like that. Sometimes as a person who has the money, the person who has the bag, it's gonna be difficult because people are always gonna look at you as an opportunity to change their life. And everybody doesn't have the discipline and the internal motivation to do what it takes to become successful and to stay on that path. So I could get it in one sense, because like he said, he's given tens of thousands of dollars to family members and he's watched them fuck it off, you know what I mean, in a sense. But it's tough, bro, because to have to tell people no, and you know it's gonna change the nature of your relationship just based off money. And money may seem like a small thing to some people, but to other people, it's everything. You know, they looking at it like, you're up. Why you can't just give me a leg up? Can't give me a boost up? But a lot of people take those things for granted, and they don't. When you don't earn something, and when it comes too easy, a lot of times people just take it for granted. And it's unfortunate that families sometimes split because of shit like that. Oh, this nigga acting funny. He ain't trying to give me no money. He ain't trying to give me no help. So on a sense, in a level, I get what Logic is saying, but as far as doing all of this and putting it on the internet, that shit ain't cool. And if he was really in a relationship with his pops that they was tight from day one, most people would give their pops everything he need whenever he wanted, just off the strength that he raised them and was there from day one. But to my understanding, his pops used to be a crackhead and all type of stuff. So maybe that's why he's treating them like that. I don't know. What y'all think, man? Would you do that to your pops? What's your relationship with your pops and your family? If you had money, would you be giving out money to your family, or would you be like, nah, y'all niggas is gonna blow it? What you think, man? It's food for thought. Y'all do the dishes. Bandana Blake. Hey, listen. Please subscribe to this channel. It's growing, and you are crucial to that growth. I need you. Appreciate you watching. I'm going.